All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to make a quick video on this beautiful day, and we wanted to make some comments about some things I've been thinking about, some past videos I've made, and some future videos I'm fixing to have come up. And we're going to talk about concealed carry and trigger weights, and is your gun set up correctly for you to conceal carry? Are you accurate enough with it based off the trigger weight and how well you shoot it? You know, how the gun is set up, how light the gun is. And the longer I've shot and the longer I've gained experience in this field, I've realized that a lot of times these really small, lightweight concealed carry guns don't have no place in the real concealed carry market. For the average shooter, I think they're more complicated sometimes, and people cannot get the accuracy. A lot of times the average shooter cannot get the accuracy that they need out of those guns to conceal carry them, but they still choose those guns. But, most of the people in the gun world that actually do conceal carry do not train enough anyway. We do know that. So I'm kind of giving you some thoughts and ideas of how can we prove that a gun is good enough for you to conceal carry. What's a test that we can do? So I'm going to throw a drill out in this video and give you a way to assess whether a gun that you're carrying is worthy of being concealed carry. But we do want to talk about, kind of just mention real quickly in this video because it's on my mind, and if I don't say it now, I won't say it at all. So a lot of times you compromise the shootability of a gun for the safety of a gun. And that's going to be something I cover in a lot of future videos, is how much have we compromised the shootability of a gun for the safety of a gun? Because a lot of these gun manufacturers, they want to put out these super lightweight, tiny guns that we can't get a full grip on. And then they want to put them on the market with a 6-pound trigger. And in my opinion, if a gun's around 20 ounces and it's got a 6-pound trigger, it's going to be really hard to shoot accurately enough to conceal carry on a daily basis. And so sometimes safety and shootability of a pistol will contradict one another. So that's kind of one of my thoughts. And one of the biggest thoughts I kind of wanted to bring to the table today. And, I've talked to a lot of people that conceal carry, and they say, well, I've got this bigger gun, but I like to conceal this one. This one's so much easier to carry, so I'm going to carry it. I can't shoot this one. I take my big one to the range, and that's the one I train with. That's the one I shoot when I'm at the range. This one I can't shoot no good, so I don't enjoy shooting it because it's so hard to shoot. But I'm going to carry it, and I'm going to train with my bigger gun. Well, first off, that's a big red flag right there. If you can't train with the gun, if it's too uncomfortable, too hard to shoot to train with, then it definitely should not be in your concealed carry rotation. But also, a thought I have on that as well is I've heard people say, I've got this snub-nose double-action revolver, and it's super light and easy to carry. And they're like, well, most gunfights are going to be had at 3 yards or less, or 5 yards or less. And so I know I could hit somebody at that distance with this thing, but beyond that, I can't. And so I think I'm good. But my thoughts on that is if somebody is that close already, at that point, why not just get you a good fixed blade knife? It's probably going to be safer for you with a fixed blade knife than it is to carry a gun in the first place. If you can't shoot a gun past 5 yards, you're probably better off just getting a good fixed blade knife and start carrying that every day, because it'll do about the same thing that a gun that you can only shoot at 5 yards or less will do to protect you. So that's kind of one of the thoughts I wanted to bring out today. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things and topics on this, and we're going to bring it out more in the future. But getting back to that drill I was talking about, I'm going to give you a drill. We're going to call it the to be or not to be drill. And that's related to be your concealed carry weapon or not to be your concealed carry weapon. So we're going to call it to be or not to be drill, shooting drill. And what this drill is going to consist of: first, you're going to take your hardest to shoot gun in your concealed carry lineup. So a gun that you do carry, but take the hardest one, the one that you have the least confidence in, the one that you shoot the worst, or you think you shoot the worst, take that first and do this drill. If you can't pass this drill, then I would not carry that gun again until you can pass this drill. So the to be or not to be drill, shooting drill. It's going to be at 10 yards, 10 shots in an IDPA A zone or 8-inch circle, or it could be a paper plate. If you want it simple, just get you some paper plates from Walmart, 100 pack or a 50 pack, the cardboard kind, not the foam kind. Those won't work for when you're shooting them. They'll just be obliterated when you start shooting at them. But the paper plates, the cardboard paper plates, get some of those if you don't have targets, and those will work just fine. So we'll consider that. Even if they're a little smaller or a little bigger, I'm not worried about that. This is just kind of a minimum kind of drill for you to see if you should carry a gun or not. It don't have to be so perfect. This is going to give you an idea regardless of what kind of plate you used. As long as it's about the same size as an 8-inch circle, it's within a couple inches of that, you're good. So you're going to go to the 10-yard line. You've got a 12-second par time. If you got a timer, you can use a phone timer, that's fine, but put 12-second par time. You'll have 2 seconds to draw, and you'll have 1 second per shot. So this is a super easy drill. You should not fail this with a gun that you feel confident enough to carry. And that's the whole point, right? This is a minimalist, easy novice drill. So you got 2 seconds to draw the gun. You got 1 second per shot, which is a crazy amount of time at 10 yards. And you need to get 9 out of 10 onto that paper plate or that 8-inch circle in the 12 seconds. So if you cannot get a 90 or above or 9 shots onto that plate or into that A zone, IDPA circle, if you cannot get 9 out of 10, then you take that gun out of your carry rotation. I think it's a no-brainer. It's a simple, I could have made it way more complicated, but the whole point of this was to just see if it's something you definitely should not carry. That's what this drill is about. So if you can't pass that drill, if you want to keep that gun, you really like it, you think you have potential to do this, to pass this drill, but you can't right now, don't carry that gun until you actually get enough training with that gun to actually pass this drill 2 out of 3 times. I think that's the bare minimum, what you should be able to do. But the to be or not to be shooting drill, see if your concealed carry weapon, the one that you have the hardest time with, the one that's the hardest for you to shoot, see if it'll pass this drill. And if it will not, take it out of your rotation and get something a little bigger. Get something that you can shoot a little better. Otherwise, you might as well, if you can't pass this drill with the gun that you're concealed carrying, you're almost better off just to go with a good fixed blade knife at that point, because it's going to be just as good as what you're carrying. God bless. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Please leave comments below, and I'll see you guys later.